Hello and welcome to another homebrew video. Um, got a good beer haul from Brewing. Cost me about 85 quid in total. And I picked up some extra bits. So I'm brewing Easter Brew Chocolate Stout from Bulldog Brews. Fantastic kit. Makes a 6% alcohol. I'm not even sure you need to add a bag of sugar in it. I don't think you do. 4.2 kilo kit, brilliant kit, absolutely blatant. I'm chucking in a bag of sugar. I've also bought, mistakenly, I thought it was extract, it's actually bloody grain. So I bought chocolate malt, and so I've steeped it for an hour. I'm now just draining it off. You don't have to go down this route, you know. I bought it and I thought, well, I'm not going to waste it. So yeah, it's just doing its thing there, and that's about done, so that's great. So I've got about 1.6 litres of, there you go, you can see that, look, it does look good though. So, whereas I normally have 2.5 kettlefuls of hot water this time, I'll only have 2 kettlefuls for obvious reasons. So I'm actually going to pour that in first and get rid. So yeah, put it in a pan, 2 litres of water, put the 500 grams in, put it in the mash bag, and did it for an hour at around about 65 degrees. I assume I'm just going to impart a bit more chocolate. And maybe a bit of ABV off it as well, but we'll see. I bought it, so I've got to use it. So here is the kit. Ooh. Just very careful when you get it out and don't puncture it. Comes in a bag. I can't remember the actual name of the bag, but I was given some actually, and they're great bags for reusing. So to put beer or even wine in, you know. Comes with some finishing hops, Sovereign UK hops. Comes with a yeast, beer yeast. So, but the first things first, we've got to get that. We might as well chuck it straight in, and yeah, it's got an inner thing that you pull out. There we go. Oh yes, chuck that in the bin, and I don't mind using the thin fermenter for this. Whereas with the tin kit, I want a wide fermenter for obvious reasons. So pour that bad boy in. Now, what I'm hoping to get, is to have for it to make minimum 8% chocolate stout, and then on secondary fermentation I'm going to add rose water. Rose water turns it into basically a Turkish delight flavour. See how easy that pours in. I really wish Muntons and Love Brewing's Beerworks side of things, with their Imperial Stout kits or any of their kits, dump the sachets, which are a pain, go for this. It makes home brewing so much easier. I think the Bulldog Brews kits are possibly the easiest kits to work with because of that, for that reason. So, pour the hot water in. Obviously holding on to one side for obvious reasons. Pour about half in. the lid back on. So there's no waste of malt. And how easy is that? Just a good swirl around. And already it's going, you can see it's going clear already. I'm going to do it again anyway, but yeah, look at all the malts in there, all the goodness that you need to make your beer. Oops. Look at that. Doesn't that make life easier? Hey? Yeah, if you've ever done any home brews and you've had tins and certainly the sachets, oh, the pain that they are. That is dead easy. Absolutely dead easy. That's what makes the Bulldog kits really interesting. Now I have to watch out with this chocolate stout kit because it can be very lively. Yeah, do not put it in a 25 litre, and you know it's got to be a 30 litre bucket. There we go. So 25 is about there for me. So there's a good headway. Yeah, you know you need the headway because it is a lively beer. And I'll just pour a bit more in to get rid of this kettle full. So like I say, there's no messing about. It's so much easier to do it that way. Second kettle full. Turn that on. Just get this now. And like I say, this bag's reusable, and this time I will be reusing it. Certainly for a wine. I don't know if I'd put a beer in here because I think it'd blow. But a wine would go well in there. So I'm going to brew some wines at some stage. So, you know, wash it out, a bit of sterilising solution. Job's a good one. Yeah, like I say, brilliant for reusing, especially if you do a bit of homebrew wine. You know, using that as a bagging box. So last year, just get a cuppa. Oh, that was dead easy, that was. So last year, Place to Brew in Daybrook, a community of people who pay so much a month to use their machinery and obviously to pay towards the building. And basically it's a homebrew collective and they brew all their own beers. It's brilliant. If you don't want to have it all yourself, go to the expense of buying it, because it's not cheap. But also to brew with people who kind of know what they're doing, rather than people like me who haven't got a clue. So someone sent me a Turkish Delight Stout. It was about 5.5–6%, and it was amazing. And I said, I need to do that. So that's why I'm hoping I can get up to about 8%. Add this, 8 or 9% would be nice. I'm not sure how far it will go, or down to the yeast and a lot of these. Pour the sugar in. Right, into the bin. Get the spoon out. And now to give it a bit of a stir. So put it down so I can reach, because tall I am not. Tell you what, it's thick, really thick. Right, that's the kettle in. Just got to stir this round. Obviously, like you would a cup of coffee, you don't want to be feeling any sugar on the bottom. And while you're doing that, also you're getting oh my arm. So lovely dark colour to that. Smells good. Right. So let's chuck the cold water in now. It's as easy as that. We're already at that stage. Obviously the essence doesn't go into secondary fermentation. So now up to 23 litres. So the kit is £26.95. It cost £1 for sugar, so £27.95. And ignore the chocolate malt that I did, that was an extra thing because I ballsed up. Turkish Delight flavouring, that rose water, got it at Sainsbury's on a nectar card, and it was on offer at £3. So yeah, that was good news. I mean, if you've got one of them posh taps where it's like a nose pipe, brilliant. Me, stuck with these sort of taps. Right, just got to watch out now. We're on 20 litres now. Obviously, I'm not worried about the foam. So, helps to have a decent 2 litre jug. Helps to have a good plastic. Don't use wood. Wooden imparts flavours. So it's just hit 22. I just need to do roughly a half. Only mind, you never actually get it all out. All the best intentions in the world. Although some kits do brew really well, and the what's left is so minuscule. So let's show you the pour. And there we are. You can see it's very dark, and the colouring very chocolatey, very chocolatey. So That's a good thing. Don't mind the chocolate. So, we're now going to look at the yeast. So obviously I'm keeping that. Right. So we've got the hop tea bag. That's not going to go in for a few days. And this is where I actually need to read the instructions. So, hop pellets, lots of different options on this. Usually, yeah, it's about 4 to 7 days. Then you add them. But yeah, different options depending on the beer style. Being a stout, it's not a double IPA, so you know you can put 4 to 7 days is all right. If it's an IPA, sometimes you put them in at the last minute, and this is where you can play around. And Bulldog Brews are good at that because they give you different options so to use. So, first things first. Hydrometer, try and get a reading. Right, now the thing is, I need to poke all the crap away so I can actually get to the... Right, oh, it's a biggie. So, let's put that there so I can see the bloody number. Move this foam out of the way. Right. Crap. It's looking like 10.75. So let's do a brewer's ABV calculator. This time I've actually got my there we go. ABV calculator by volume. So if it does as it's supposed to, we'll see what we get. So 7.5 update 8.53. So if we get to 8%, I'll be laughing. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So, and obviously that's going in on secondary fermentation, but obviously it's already there. This is a great kit. These are great kits. So you don't have to do anything other than brew the kit itself, which is brilliant. On secondary fermentation, you don't have to add sugar. Just do it as you're told on the instructions. But on the secondary fermentation, if you fancy a different flavour, you can add that to it. And experimentation's king. I absolutely wish they'd do an Imperial Stout kit, because in that bag there, you know, with hop tea bags, instead of tea bags that you chuck in and there's all the craps everywhere. Yeah, I hate those tea bags. Hate them. I hate putting just random hops in. So you can see that there we go. The yeast is on the top, and smells amazing. And that is my brew video. Didn't take too long really. Obviously everything's sterilised beforehand. This one's going to stay in the kitchen for reasons that I can keep my eye on it, because I know it's a lively beer. And if I need to take the top off and you know, do that sort of thing, then I will. So, yeah, get a swirl, shake that yeast up a bit, and yeah, I've not done it for a few years because last time I actually did it, it might have been a year or two ago. Or was it last year even? Might have been last year. I managed to get 2 Easter Brew kits for a steel. No, this would be a couple of years ago. It was a couple of years ago. I did a rum and raisin imperial stout for my wedding in 2023. Brewed 2 together. Used some more yeast as well, not just the standard yeast that came with it. Used more yeast, and it came out about 11.5%. And the rum and raisin essence was really, really strong. But it was amazing. It was like a cart door rum and raisin imperial stout. Oh, absolutely amazing. Right, updates will come. Cheers.